Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you and tell you how to prevent pilling on clothes. And by pilling, I'm talking about lint pieces, and this will be an easy tutorial, so let's get right into this instructional tutorial video. If you want to prevent pilling on clothes, just like a shirt like this, or some pants, or socks, or anything for that matter, these are 5 things that you can do that will hopefully help you prevent the pilling from happening. Now, pilling might still happen, but it might just take a longer period of time. Your clothes might last longer without pilling, or even if it's the same amount of time, there will be less pilling in general. So just generally, these are great practices for having clothes that last longer and stay in good condition for longer. So without further ado, here are the 5 things. Starting off with number 1. Number 1 is turn the clothes inside out before washing, okay? Now, pilling occurs for a variety of reasons, but one of the reasons is because of clothes rubbing together. So, at the end of the day, you don't want pilling to be on the outside of your piece of clothing. If it's on the inside, it's probably not such a big deal, right? So by turning the clothes inside out, you're gonna get the inside of the clothes facing out. The inside is going to be rubbing, which means if there is pilling, it's probably going to happen on the inside, and it's less likely to happen on the outside. So, any pilling that will occur is more likely to occur on the inside rather than the outside, which you probably don't care about that. Like in terms of like the pilling on the inside, you're probably like, whatever, it's all good. I'd rather have the pilling on the inside than the outside. So turn your clothes inside out. It should help in general with pilling, but for that specific reason, it really, really helps. That's the specific reason of why it helps. But in general, turning your clothes inside out will just help keep them in better quality for a longer period of time. Simple as that. So it's just a good practice. Obviously, if you have a stain on the outside, you can't do this because you got to get rid of the stain. But if your clothes are just like regular, dirty, like no stain, no dirt on them, you just wore them and they still look clean, you can turn them inside out. Not a big deal. If you got to get rid of a stain or some dirt on the outside, of course, don't turn them inside out. But if they're just regular and they look like pretty clean overall, then you can turn them inside out. Not a big deal, and it helps overall with clothing quality for the long term. All right, I've really spoken about number 1 a lot, so we're going to move on to number 2. Number 2 is use a gentle washing cycle. So when you are using a washing cycle, okay, you want to use a gentle washing cycle because an aggressive washing cycle is going to just be, it's going to rub a lot and rub more aggressively against the clothing, which is more likely to cause pilling in the long term. And it's just more likely to deteriorate the clothes in general in the long term. By using a gentle washing cycle, it's going to be less aggressive with regards to the stain removal, but it's just going to make your clothes last longer in terms of their quality, and it's going to do a good job at preventing pilling or making pilling less likely to happen on the clothes. So gentle washing cycles are the key. And obviously, try not to get stains on your clothes. This way you can be okay with using a gentle washing cycle and it'll still wash your clothes properly. Moving on to number 3. Number 3 is don't overload the washing machine. It creates more friction when you overload the washing machine. And guess what? More friction means more potential for pilling and deteriorating the clothes, deteriorating the clothing quality in general. So you want to avoid overloading the washing machine. I know you want to put as many clothes as you want in there. Trust me, my wife and I have 4 kids together, okay? We have 4 kids, plus ourselves. That's 6 people in our house. So we have a lot of laundry to do. So trust me, I know you want to put lots of clothes in that washing machine. But by overloading the washing machine, you're going to get more friction, which is going to deteriorate the clothing quality faster and be more likely to cause pilling. So just try to not overload the washing machine. Let's say you're doing, like, just for the sake of argument, like 10 loads of laundry in a week, between bed sheets, towels, and like clothing, which is probably what we do in our household, probably about 10 loads of laundry a week, give or take. Instead of doing 10, you're going to do 11. So instead of doing 10 overloading the machine, you're going to do 11 with just slightly less. Especially because, you're only going to be doing this with the clothing. Like, you're probably washing your bed sheets separately, your towels separately, so it might only be like, let's say 5 loads of clothes in the week, right? And out of those 5 loads of clothes, you're going to do a 6 load instead of 5. It just, it makes it less likely for the clothing quality to deteriorate over time, and it makes it less likely for the pilling to occur. Anyways, moving on to number 4, and like I said, you will probably be doing an extra load or 2 of laundry a week, probably a load extra a week of laundry, but it's worth it because your clothes are going to last longer and they're going to be less likely to create pilling or lint pieces on the clothing. Anyways, moving on to number 4. So for number 4, we have use a mild detergent. An aggressive, high level, high intensity, strong detergent is going to do a better job at removing the stains, but it's also going to be, deteriorating the quality of the clothing and potential to cause pilling, more than a mild detergent. I would recommend getting a high quality mild detergent. Okay, so mild is going to be like the intensity, but quality, you want the quality to be high. Don't get a mild detergent that's a low quality detergent, because it's probably not going to do a good job of washing your clothes, and it might actually cause more pilling. I don't even know, depending on the chemicals that are used. But I know it's just not going to be as good for the clothes. I would recommend getting a high quality detergent, but that is also a mild detergent. So a high quality, mild detergent will do the best job at making your clothes last the longest time in terms of their quality, and hopefully preventing pilling and making pilling and lint pieces less likely to occur. Okay, anyways, moving on to the last one for this video tutorial, which is number 5. Number 5 is air dry whenever you possibly can. Now, using the dryer is great, and to be honest with you, I use the dryer for as many things as I can, because it's just for speed, it's good, and the amount of clothes that my wife and I wash, it would be insane to air dry even a good portion of it, okay? We would need so many drying racks, it would be unbelievable. We have 4 kids, and they're all fairly young. Like, at the time of filming this, the youngest, which are the twins, they just turned 4, and the oldest, which is Luke, is 8, and Olivia is in the middle of them, and she's about 6.5. So, like, there were so many small clothes, it would be crazy to hang them. But if you have a special shirt that you want to prevent pilling on and just keep it, better quality in general for the long term, you should air dry it, because the dryer is great, but the dryer, because it more friction, more heat, it's more likely to deteriorate the quality of the clothes, and it's more likely to cause pilling. So by air drying, you're going to give your clothes the best chance at having a higher quality in the long term and staying high quality in the long term, and also preventing the pilling and preventing the lint pieces on there. And that's basically it. If you want to prevent the pilling or lint pieces on your clothes, that's an easy tutorial. I told you about 5 ways that you can do that. And that is truly it. I hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial, and I got nothing else to say, so we're going to roll the outro. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.